Whispering Yarn. In the bustling town of Raven's Hollow, known for its cobblestone streets and eerie fog, there was a crochet shop unlike any other. The Whispering Yarn was a cozy, dimly lit store run by a mysterious woman named Genevieve. Her crochet creations were legendary. Shawls that seemed to shimmer in the moonlight, scarves that felt like a warm embrace, and dolls that almost seemed to watch you as you moved. But Genevieve herself was an enigma. She rarely spoke, and her hands moved with such speed and precision that it was almost unnatural. One crisp October morning, the town awoke to chaos. The mayor's prized golden pocket watch, a family heirloom, had been stolen. The only clue left behind was a single strand of red yarn tangled around the display case. The townsfolk were baffled, but whispers began to spread. "It's Genevieve," they said. "She's always been strange. Who else could it be?" Enter Max, a quick-witted private investigator with a knack for solving the unsolvable. Max had been passing through Raven's Hollow when the theft occurred, and the mayor begged him to take the case. Intrigued by the odd clue, Max agreed. His first stop was the Whispering Yarn. The shop was cluttered with yarn of every color, but Genevieve was nowhere to be found. Max noticed a half-finished crochet project on the counter. A glove with an intricate pattern that seemed to form a map. As he examined it, the door creaked open and a shadowy figure slipped inside. Before Max could react, the figure lunged at him, wielding a crochet hook like a dagger. Max dodged him just in time, grabbing a skein of yarn and hurling it at the attacker. The figure stumbled, giving Max a chance to tackle him to the ground. The hood fell back, revealing a young man with wild eyes and a scar across his cheek. "Who are you?" Max demanded, pinning him down. "I'm just a messenger," the man gasped. "Genevieve sent me. She's in trouble." Max released him, his mind racing. "What kind of trouble?" The man hesitated, then pulled a crumpled note from his pocket. It read, "The golden watch is the key. Find the lighthouse. Beware the red yarn." Max's instincts kicked in. He knew the lighthouse on the edge of town had been abandoned for years, but it was the perfect place to hide something, or someone. He grabbed the crochet glove and sprinted out of the shop, the young man close behind. As they approached the lighthouse, the fog grew thicker and the air turned icy. Max noticed strands of red yarn tied to trees, leading them forward like a trail. But as they reached the base of the lighthouse, the ground gave way beneath them. Max barely managed to grab onto a ledge. But the young man wasn't so lucky. He fell into a hidden pit, landing on a pile of old crochet projects. "Are you okay?" Max called down. "I'm fine," the man replied, brushing himself off. "But look, there's a door down here." Max climbed down and found a hidden entrance leading into the lighthouse's basement. Inside, the walls were covered in crocheted tapestries, each depicting scenes of Raven's Hollow's history. In the center of the room stood Genevieve, her hands bound with red yarn. Her eyes widened when she saw Max. "You found me," she whispered, "but you were too late." Before Max could respond, a chilling laugh echoed through the room. A figure emerged from the shadows. A woman with flowing silver hair and a crochet hook glinting in her hand. It was Celeste, Genevieve's estranged sister and a master thief. "You've always been too clever for your own good, Max," Celeste sneered. "But this time, you're out of your depth." Max didn't hesitate. He grabbed a nearby crochet hook and charged at Celeste, dodging her strikes with surprising agility. The two clashed in a whirlwind of yarn and hooks, their movements almost too fast to follow. Genevieve watched helplessly, her hands still bound. Finally, Max managed to disarm Celeste, sending her crochet hook clattering to the ground. But instead of surrendering, Celeste smirked and pulled out the golden pocket watch. "You'll never catch me," she taunted, pressing a hidden button on the watch. The room began to fill with smoke, and Celeste vanished into the shadows. Max cursed under his breath, but turned his attention to Genevieve. He quickly untied her, and she collapsed into his arms. "Thank you," she murmured, "but we have to stop her. The watch isn't just an heirloom. It's a key to a hidden treasure beneath the town." Max's eyes widened. "What kind of treasure?" Genevieve hesitated. "Legend has it that Raven's Hollow was built on the site of a pirate's hoard. The watch unlocks the vault. If Celeste finds it, she'll destroy the town to get to it." Determined to stop Celeste, Max and Genevieve raced back to town. They followed the trail of red yarn, which led them to the old clock tower in the center of Raven Hollow. Inside, they found Celeste, standing over a hidden trapdoor, the golden watch in her hand. "You're too late," Celeste said with a wicked grin. "The treasure is mine." But as she turned the watch, the ground began to shake. The trapdoor creaked and opened, revealing a dark chasm below. Max lunged at Celeste, grabbing the watch just as she lost her balance. She fell into the chasm with a scream, her voice echoing in the void. The shaking stopped, and the trapdoor slammed shut. Max and Genevieve stood in stunned silence, the golden watch clutched in Max's hand. "It's over," Genevieve said softly. "The treasure is safe." But as they left the clock tower, Max noticed something strange. The watch was ticking backwards, and the hands were spinning wildly. He showed it to Genevieve, who paled. "The curse," she whispered. "The treasure is cursed. Whoever possesses the watch is doomed." Max's heart sank. He had solved the mystery, but at what cost? As the fog rolled in, he felt a chill run down his spine. Somewhere in the depths of Raven's Hollow, the treasure waited, and so did the curse. And as Max and Genevieve walked away, the clock's tower bell began to chime, its sound echoing through the empty streets. The mystery was solved, but the ending was far from happy. The threads of the past had woven a tangled web, and Max was now caught in its grasp.